Hi, this is Ken from Ken's Bolt-On Grab Hooks and Bolt-On Hooks LLC. Today we're going to demonstrate how to measure for and install our new grab hooks for the Kubota series. We're working on Ken's brand new BX2370 with the LA243 Loader today. The first way we're going to demonstrate is this way we describe on the website with a little combination square or framing square. We're just going to set that flat on the roof of the bucket up against the lip and take a straight edge, set it on top of the lip, and find out where the straight edge intersects the square. In this case it's right about 1 5/8 inches. If you don't have tools like this, another simple way is just a piece of cardboard on the edge of the bucket, on the roof of the bucket. Make a line with a pencil. Simply measure where the line is from the bottom of the cardboard. That's all there is to it. We just need an accurate measurement to ensure the proper fit of the hooks on your Kubota tractor. Thank you. Ken ordered the option 2s for his tractor with the optional clevis mounts underneath. We'll unpack them here. We'll have 2 hooks. These are the new zinc chrome plated ones. Another hook. Two zinc plated clevis mounts. Ken also ordered 2 screw pin shackles, so he had a complete set. Hardware kit, in this case 3.5 inch bolts with washers on each end, and the drill guide included. If you don't order the option 2s and choose the option 1 instead of the clevis mounts, you'll receive 2 zinc plated backing plates for underneath. Under the box, under the packing, detailed instructions. We're going to breeze through this fairly quickly because the other video covers most of the basics on measuring and positioning the hooks. So we're going to just breeze through this and touch on some key points specifically for the Kubota tractors about placement of the hooks against the lip and how to drill the holes accurately so they line up underneath. On this model tractor there's the bucket level indicator that prevents us from putting the hooks right in line with the loader arms as usually recommended. So we're going to put the hook just to the outside of this one, and we'll measure up and make the other hook match on the other side, match that one. This model also has a single loader cylinder for dump and curl, so the instructions often recommend putting the hooks in line with the cylinders, but in this case that's just not feasible. And with this smaller bucket at about 48 inches, putting 3 hooks on here is just a bit overkill, so we're just going to do 2 of the combos. Okay, so because we have the level indicator on the right side of the tractor here, the right side of the bucket, we're going to just mount this hook here, put it fairly close to that, and then we'll measure the other side to match it. So in this case, put tape down on the roof of the bucket so we can mark it up and not scratch it up too much. Like the instructions show, we're going to clamp it up against the lip snug for strength. We'll go ahead and measure this, space it away from that. We'll put the edge of the plate 3 3/4 inches away in this case. So we'll do our first clamp here. First clamp, holding it towards the lip of the bucket. And our second clamp, holding it down nice and snug. Our drill guide indicator, or our drill guide, we're going to put that in a hole and hold that down. We're going to take a 3/8 inch bit, This will ensure that we get our hole nice and straight to project through the other side. Oop, and we don't need a hammer. And we're just going to mark that hole. Same thing on the other side. It clamps just a little bit in the way. It's just imperative that we get the hole and the bit going through the plate as square as we can. Okay, so once we have the holes marked, we'll remove the hook, change our bit over to a 1/2 inch bit, and finish drilling the holes. That's two. Take our little deburring tool. Clean the holes up. Okay, now we have our holes drilled, deburred. I took the tape off, swept up everything. Now we'll go ahead and place the hook. The bolts going through. And again, we're just going to add a clamp. Just a little bit of tension just to hold it up against the lip while we attach the clevis on the bottom. Put that on there. On the next hook I'll give you a little better angle of that. Washer. I'm going to use my impact driver here. It's going to get a little loud. Okay. There we go. That's one done. Okay, on to the other side. We're gonna set the hook here 3 3/4 inches from the edge so it matches the other side. Put a little mark just in case it moves. One clamp, two clamps, drill guide, 3/8 inch bit, move the clamps. Change our bit, 1/2 inch. Deburring tool. You can also use a round file if you don't have a deburring tool. If you don't have a deburring tool, buy one. It's the coolest tool. It only costs about $5 or $8. And it's the best thing for cleaning up a hole. It's quick, it's easy, and it's cheap. Get yourself one, you'll like it. As I mentioned in the instructions, sometimes after you drill the holes, they don't quite line up, and you have to file the holes out a little bit. I had to do that in this case. I used a long round file, and I had to make the holes just a little bit wider. And a quick way to check that is to take the clevis mount or the plate, if you have the option ones, and just place it on top of the holes. And if both holes don't just line up, then you'll have a problem getting it on from underneath, so you'll need to adjust the holes a little bit. And that's a normal thing. It just happens from not drilling the holes perfectly straight, you know, through the guide. So I had to do that in this case. I've already just filed these. I'm gonna go ahead and bolt this hook on now. This one, please. Cut that, Roger. Of course, you don't need an impact gun or any power tools to do this. You can use a regular 3/4 inch wrench and a ratchet, or 2 3/4 inch wrenches. Okay, so we have both our hooks all installed, and as mentioned in the instructions and in the on the web page, the bolts are a little bit too long by about 4 threads or so, so the screw pin shackle won't engage very well. So I'm going to take a grinder with a cutoff, just a thin cutoff wheel. You can use a pneumatic one. You can try a Sawzall, but these bolts are pretty hard to cut, so the quickest way is with the cutoff wheel and the grinder. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them off. That's why I have my safety glasses on. And there you go. Thanks for watching.